What was it like winning the games this year? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people of the internet. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another episode of the Day in the Life series. I am stoked to be bringing you what is probably one of the coolest episodes I've ever shot of this series. I'm recording this after I already shot it. It is so cool. You obviously saw a title thumbnail, Emma Lawson, fittest teen on earth. There is so much to unpack with Emma. There are so many cool things in her life that go into her training and how she's able to navigate being a full-time student and homework and class, all this, and I'm super excited to bring it to you. So be sure, scroll down, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you make sure you don't miss any future uploads of this series. And also, before we get started, I just got to give a quick shout out to the presenting sponsor of this episode. The reason why I'm able to bring this content to your faces today, my homies over at Gorila Fitness. You guys already know, one of the best equipment manufacturers out there for your entire home gym affiliate needs. Whatever it is, whatever you need, they have it. We all know, coming off the back of COVID 2020, not being able to train at your affiliate, we've all learned the convenience of being able to even just have a couple dumbbells, a wall ball, a barbell in your spare room to be able to throw down, just get a little fitness in. Maybe you don't have time to make it to the gym every day. These guys are here to hook you up. You can use my code NATE10 for the next few weeks to save yourself 10% off anything on their site. Amazing opportunity for you to hook yourself up with some equipment. All right, I am so excited for you guys to see this episode, so we're just gonna roll right into it. All right, hey yo, good morning, good afternoon, hey, good evening, beautiful people of the internet. Welcome to another episode of the Day in the Life series. I am stoked. We are going to see the fittest teen on earth, 2021 fittest teen on earth, Emma Lawson. And keeping with that storyline, we're actually going to meet her a little later in the day. These episodes usually start in the morning, kind of first thing, but well, Emma's still in high school. So we're going to, she's finishing school in like an hour and a half. I got about an hour and a half drive to get to her. So we're gonna go see her, catch up with her, and see how she lives the day in her life around school, being the fittest teen on earth and being a full-time student and all the other things she has to do. I'm pretty excited, hope you are too. Scroll down, hit that subscribe button, let's go. Nice to meet you, dude.
Yeah.
So you're the dad, eh?
I'm the dad.
What's that like?
It's good. It's busy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of prep.
It's a lot of giving up your garage space, apparently.
Giving up my garage space, yeah. But no, it's great. Yeah, it's awesome.
I like your boat.
Yeah, thank you.
Where do you guys go?
We're buy it. We're gonna sell it.
No, I mean, I wish I had that kind of money, but not yet.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, we're gonna get rid of it.
Just not enough use.
Not enough use.
Too much CrossFit.
Too much CrossFit. Sits here in the driveway and kind of blocks our outdoor workouts.
Yeah. What was it like when your daughter told you that she wanted to do CrossFit? Is that how it went? Was that like, were you like, what is CrossFit?
No. My wife and I did CrossFit.
Oh, okay.
So we started in maybe, speak of the devil. We started in maybe 2011. And so my wife and I were doing CrossFit, and she started coming to the gym with us, and she started doing kids CrossFit classes.
Okay.
And next thing you knew, she started kind of mimicking the motions. We put a garage gym in. She started working on it at home.
Oh, cool. How old?
She was, I think, 7 at the time.
That's wild.
7,
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then, so her sister too, her little sister, started doing it as well. And then, yeah, she just took a liking to it and
that's wild.
Quit dance. And next thing you know, she's...
Dude, it's that generation we've been talking about forever in the sport of like, since the beginning of the games, it was always ex-university players is when they first touched CrossFit, like the pan chicks and the Frownings. We were like, one day there will be a generation of like 5-year-olds that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the kids who go out on the golf course when they're like 4. That's wild.
Yeah.
How's that with
it's
school
been
and
awesome.
stuff? Is she still full-time in school?
It's, there's not a spare day or spare minute in the day. It's
Yeah.
like get up, train, cardio, eat, go to school, get home, homework, train, stretch, recover,
Yeah.
eat, sleep. Yeah,
Wow.
it's like nonstop.
That's wild. Is this last year in school?
No, she's in grade 11 right
Okay,
now.
so 2 more
she's
years.
got a couple more.
Wow,
yeah.
that's
1 or
something.
2 more, yeah. So
That's exciting. What's up? How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Nice to meet you officially.
Typical school
Yeah, I was gonna say, wow, it's very blue. Is that like a...
yeah, Spirit Day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is your school colors blue, I assume?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes.
It's not a
blue,
Toronto
white.
Maple Leafs thing. It's
No.
like a... Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite the outfit.
Thank you. And I've got
Oh, nice.
the full.
Very
outfit.
fancy. I love how you come up holding a biology textbook. That's like this whole
Yeah.
story personified right now.
My lunch is too big, so it doesn't fit in my backpack.
That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Mom, nice to meet you. How you doing?
How are you? Good, how are you?
Good,
Nice
good.
to meet you.
You carting them around today?
Yep. Yes, I am. High school pickup every day, every
Yeah.
afternoon.
So fun.
Yep, it's part of my day.
What time did you go to school? What time did you get to school in the morning?
I start at 8:05.
Okay, because I was going to say 1:45 feels like early time to finish,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That's good for you though, probably.
Yeah, yeah. With the way the thing works now, we only have 2 classes.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So
Is that like a
then-
COVID thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then next week I'll have my other 2 classes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's kind of weird like that.
How brutal was last year having to do online school?
I actually really liked it.
Well, I guess you probably, it would make
Yeah.
sense because all the training and stuff.
And
I didn't
now
really
I'm
think about
missing
that.
all the online. It was so much more convenient for
Right.
training.
Right.
So
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see what happens. That's quite the garage you got
Yeah.
going on there. How long have you had this garage gym for?
Well, we had it when I started, so that was about 3 years ago. We've had this set up for about, I'd say maybe 2 years. So
That's pretty wild, man.
yeah, actually about that because we just got it finished right when COVID hit, so that was really convenient.
Yeah, no
for-
kidding. Did gyms all fully shut down around here, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
So this was like it. Is there anything you can't do in here? Rope climbs, probably?
We have a rope, but that we attach up there, but
Yeah.
obviously it's not 15 feet. So
Yeah.
if I do it, I do legless and I start from sitting down.
Right.
So
Huh, cool.
yeah.
What have you done so far today? What have I missed? Because I said to them, I was like, this is not a typical day. You're
Yeah.
still a high school student, which is
Yes,
wild.
yeah.
So, I mean, I did Emily Rolfe's day in life a while ago, and she works a full-time job. So it's kind of a cool story. It's the same thing. Like 8 hours of your day are carved out for something that isn't CrossFit. So
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
did you train when you woke up or did you?
So usually I would, but I didn't today. I'm gonna do both my sessions in one because
Cool.
I didn't get enough sleep last night.
Okay.
Too much homework.
Okay. Wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's quite the balancing act.
Yeah. So it's tough, but
So you made the choice to prioritize the sleep over doing like and then cramming the sessions this afternoon kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's the thing that was really convenient about the online.
Right.
Was I was definitely getting like 9 hours of sleep a night.
Right.
And then the first week of school, when I started back into things, I started doing my sessions like in the morning and afternoon, and I was getting like no sleep.
Right,
So,
right.
and yeah, obviously that makes a huge difference on your training. So
Interesting. How much do you sleep a night usually?
I try for at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been about 7.5.
I feel like it's harder when you're younger. Aren't you supposed to sleep more?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say because I know like most CrossFit athletes are like 8 to 10, but I think like when you're younger, it's supposed to be like 8 to 10, even if you're not an athlete.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then so Sundays are my day to sleep in, but then I sleep in and then it's like I have no time in the day to eat, so I
Right.
can't eat all the macros. So
This is gonna be.
it's
I'm
tough.
excited to. I'm excited to hear more about
Yeah.
this. This is a wild life you lead.
Oh, it is.
This is
yeah,
cool. All right.
yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just go in. This is my house.
Nice. Your house, eh?
Your
name's on the
house.
leaf.
My house. No.
Smells very good in here.
My mom loves her candles.
Wow.
Yeah, she just got a new one from our neighbor. Yeah, that's
Smells very good in
the
here. I was saying.
favorite.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Impressed. Have you lived here your whole life?
About
Wow, it's clean in here.
7. My parents like a clean house.
This
yeah.
is the cleanest house I think I've ever been to in one of these.
It's extra clean right now because you're here.
Okay.
But,
Wow. We will pretend that it's not the case.
usually it's Yeah, it's still clean on a good day, my parents.
Is this yours? Do you drink coffee?
I actually have never had coffee.
You've never had coffee before?
No.
I think I started drinking coffee when I was your age. I don't think I had it much before, like grade 11.
Yeah.
Have you like tried it, don't like it kind of thing, or you've literally never tried
No,
coffee?
I've literally never tried it. I don't
Interesting.
know,
You don't need it at 17.
I guess not.
Do you take like a pre-workout or anything like that?
I mean, I have stuff. I do if it's like a qualifier, but I don't usually.
Yeah.
Just
Maybe
like
one
a
day.
carb drink while I'm working out.
Yeah. What have you eaten so far today?
Today I had for breakfast rye toast with avocado and over easy eggs on it.
Oh, nice,
Yes.
fancy.
And then a collagen smoothie. And then at school, it's horrible too because we have so my first class is 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
I know, it's because of COVID.
Yeah,
so,
weird. Okay.
Yeah, so 2.5 hours for my first class and then only a 40-minute break and then 2.5 hours again for my second class.
Wow.
And we're not allowed to eat in our classes because
What?
of the COVID rules.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
How does eating have to do with COVID?
I know, because your mask is down for 2
Oh.
months. You still have to wear the mask.
Oh, okay. I didn't think
And
about
then
that.
also when I guess they don't want like food on the desks.
Yeah, fair. Okay.
So I'm like starving by lunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had like a rice beef bowl thing, and then just like little snacky things. I love these cashew bars.
Oh, yeah. Cashew bars are great. I thought you were about to pull out those words as originals. I was about to be like, nice.
I do like those too.
Yeah.
And these go-go squeezers. I have 50 of them a day.
Yeah, that's a
They're my
classic
favorite.
CrossFit carb source right there.
Oh yeah, and they're just so easy to
Yeah.
like get into.
Yeah,
So
totally.
I am going to have
Do you macro count? Are you a macro counter?
yes. Yes.
Is that like out of like, you like to do it, you feel like you need to do it? Why do you do it?
I like to do it. I also like before I was doing it, I wasn't sure how much of like carbs or protein I should be eating in a day with the amount that I train. So it's mainly just doing it to make sure that I'm eating enough and of the right things. So
Interesting. That makes sense. What are your macros?
protein is 200 grams.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Carbs is 525.
Okay, yeah.
And fat is 100.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's pretty solid. That's good.
Yeah. I eat a lot.
You
I
need
love
it, I can imagine. Especially with
Oh,
everything you got
yes.
going on here.
Definitely.
Says it right there, right?
Of course. Eat. It's the daily reminder.
Are you picking what you're going to eat next?
Yes. I'm going to have yogurt, I think.
Do you have a microwave at school?
No.
That's one thing I was thinking when you were saying that. I was like, most people, if they go to work, they have a microwave on their break. But
Yeah.
at school, I remember like cafeterias, you didn't have a microwave you could use.
Yeah.
So it was like ham sandwiches.
Well, we did, like, when I was in grade 9. So I've only had, like, 1 semester of real high school because of COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that
That
stinks.
was in grade 9, and now I'm in grade 11, so...
That's wild.
I know.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so
High school was my favorite.
I know, it sucks. I had
That
a really
does
good
suck.
time in for whatever months that
Yeah.
I did have it. But for lunch, like, we're not even allowed to stay in the school. We have to leave.
Like go outside?
Yeah.
So
I know.
weird.
Yeah.
Man.
So the rules are...
Yeah. Wow. Well, hopefully it's all cleared up by the time you go to university because you
Oh, I
can't
really
miss high
hope
school
so.
and
I
university.
know.
That would be brutal. Yeah. Are you planning to go to university?
I am, yeah. Yeah. I want to stay local, though,
Yep.
so I can still live at home. It's
Yeah.
just more convenient.
Totally. Training and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything else.
Is there any part of your brain that just wants to go like immediately to be a pro athlete?
Yes.
Is that mom and dad that are like, you can't do that?
Well, partially, but I partially also, like, I recognize that if I do, for whatever reason, get injured, and I won't be a CrossFit athlete my whole life, so I think it's good to have a backup plan just in case, so.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with the going to school thing. Like if you're doing it now and you're the fittest teen on earth, you can
Yeah.
probably do okay going to school and still competing.
Yeah.
But it is fascinating. I was saying to your dad, I'm like, part of the cool story about you too is that like not only you just won as the fittest teen, but you've been doing it, he said, since you were like 7.
Yeah.
Like you're like the generation that like we've talked about for years, and how like before it was like pan chicken froning finish university, and that's when they first touched CrossFit. So they were like my age when they first touched CrossFit.
Yeah.
Whereas you literally have been doing it on and off since you were 7.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you probably could be a CrossFit athlete your whole life because of that. You know what I mean? Like, you've probably built up the movement patterns from such a young age that your body's just like tuned for it. Unlike people who are older when they start, they're like too stiff or whatever, and they have injuries. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's fascinating.
Oh yeah. I definitely agree. It's a good advantage to start things younger, but it's also when we do start things so young to be like focusing on all the recovery aspects as well.
Yeah.
So
sure.
To make sure that doesn't catch up.
Do you play any other sports, or have you played any other sports?
No, it's funny. My friends always they tease me. I'm the most athletic person you'll ever meet.
That's probably the one thing about starting CrossFit at 7 is like you probably don't learn how to throw a ball too well.
No. And I used to dance previously.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I don't. The coordination for some reason, like it's there for CrossFit, but not quite for.
Well, it's just you didn't
anything
develop
else.
it, right? Yeah, exactly.
We had with our school event today. So I'm in the leadership class. We had to run events for the school. My group was doing like a soccer penalty shot or something. I was on running and catching the balls because I couldn't kick the ball. It wasn't a good kick, at least.
Hey, that's fair.
Yeah. So.
Is it weird being called the fittest teen on earth in high school?
A little bit. I don't think most people really know about it. I mean, I think they're like they know that I do some sort of fitness, but they don't really get it. I
feel like it's changed a little bit in high school. Like when I was in high school, it was like jocks were like the cool kids, you know? And now it's like all these like TikTokers who like do these dances and wear emo clothes that are like the coolest kids in school, you know? Smoking cigarettes and whatever. It's like a whole different.
Everybody smokes.
It's weird, right?
Yeah.
And I went to high school like pretty close to here relatively. Like we're not from different parts of the world.
Where'd you go?
Ottawa. Like I grew up in Ottawa. But like it's close enough that like it's not like I'm coming from a different background. So, but like when I was going to school, it was like if I was the fittest teen on earth in high school, I would have been the coolest kid in school by like a long shot. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like I feel like it's like not as glorified to be an athlete. Yeah. There's a lot of like really good athletes in my school too. So yeah, the teacher. It's funny. I was walking by the other day in a hall monitor. Monitor. I haven't heard that word in a while.
I know. She was like, "Are you Emma?" And I was like, "Yeah." I saw you in the newspaper or something like that. It was funny. I bike now. And then I think my coach is coming at 4 to do the rest of my session.
Who's your coach?
His name's Josh Woolley.
Josh Woolley?
Yeah, Mammoth Training Methods.
Oh, cool. Is that who you've been with since like the beginning of time, or is that okay?
Yeah.
I figured probably.
I started with him, and
it's been working so far.
Yeah.
Right? What's been like the easiest and hardest parts of CrossFit for you?
Easiest, I guess it was easy for me to transition from dance to CrossFit just because we did a lot of like aerobic conditioning stuff already. So I guess the conditioning for me was always there, but not necessarily the strength stuff. And getting the Olympic lifts down, that was a real challenge. But now a challenge is probably like many other athletes, the mental aspect, especially being at this level now. It's really hard.
In what way? What's the biggest mental part of it for you?
Usually I'm pretty motivated, but I guess just like in competition situations, and even just like when I'm on Instagram, like not letting my competitors like get in my head and then have that like be always on my mind and affect my training, I guess. So
you have one more year in teen division, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Crazy. So you won it as a younger of the. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's probably not that common, right?
I don't know.
I feel like actually that happened in the 14-15s too, right? Because that girl who trains with Jacob Hettner, Olivia or whatever.
Yes.
She was younger. So.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, she did really well too.
Yeah.
She's strong.
What do you think of like Mallory O'Brien and like Emma Carey, like these ex-teen athletes who are now like legitimate threats individually?
Oh, I think it's awesome. They did like amazing this year. I think it's a really cool. I think it just sets the path for other teenagers and that like it is possible.
Oh, for sure.
And yeah, you just have to be dedicated enough. So
yeah, I remember seeing Reed, my fiance, show me a video last night of you clean and jerking like 230 pounds, and it looked like I can't clean and jerk 230 that easily. And I was like, you know what I mean? So I feel like like the separation, especially on the female side between teens and individual, is like getting so much less. Like you see how like Mallory and Emma were able to just move in and like mainly strength numbers be comparable. Like they both almost snatched 200 at Gorila Games, and like whereas on the guys side, it's like I think guys it's a little different because they develop a little later. So typically the guys who come out of the teen division, they have to wait like 2 or 3 years. Like Angelo DeChico is like a good example. You know, he just wasn't strong enough for an individual. You know, So. But it's cool being in your position because it's like, I think there's a legitimate chance your first year out, you could like, go and do it. So.
Yeah, I think over the years, the girls division especially, I mean, also the boys, but it's like, it's super competitive. So every year, like, obviously people are trying to do well in the teenage division, but because of how competitive it is now, it's almost at the elite level, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely, yeah, totally. It's shaping you for that competition.
Definitely, yeah.
Would you go, like, so obviously you do the open, it's just like everyone else. If you qualified for, you qualify for quarterfinals, you do the quarterfinals? And then if you qualify for a sanctional, would you do the sanctional as an individual, or how does that work? Are you automatically put in the teen division right out of the quarterfinals?
So...
I feel like I should know this, but I don't.
Oh no, that's okay. It's super confusing.
Well, all has changed in the last 2-3 years so much.
Yeah. So just out of the open and the teenage division, you go right to the age group online qualifier.
Okay, yeah.
And then from the age group online qualifiers just to the games. But this year I did the open and then I did the quarterfinals and the age group and a semifinal.
You did Atlas Games?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. So so theoretically this year you'll qualify for Atlas Games again probably.
Hopefully,
and if you qualified in the top 5, you would go to the games as an individual instead of a team?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Where did you finish this year in Atlas Games?
9th. I was.
That is not far off.
And the points were really, really tight. I think it was only a couple points off, but it was.
Holy crow!
It was a good year, but there was one workout that just totally screwed me over. It was the first one, Friendly Fran.
Okay.
So.
What was it about that? Just like the time or because it's not heavy or anything, right?
Well, the thrusters. It was just a lot of thrusters and pulling, and thrusters have not been one of my better movements, and just the gymnastics I've been working at that as well. So,
yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Those are my favorites.
Oh, this is a convenient walk to the gym. Eh?
Oh, I know. Yeah. No traffic.
No traffic. Do you drive yet? Is that a thing?
I have my G1.
Yeah, okay.
So I can drive with a parent, like my mom or dad in the car.
Yep. Learner's permit for those not
pardon?
from here. Learner's permit for all the people who are not from here.
Yes.
I
wouldn't know that.
How old are you? You get 16 when you get your G1, right?
Yes.
So you haven't quite had it for a year yet?
No. I get my G2 in February.
Okay, cool.
So that'll be amazing.
That's the most exciting thing on planet Earth.
Yes. That'll be like freedom. So much freedom.
What's this bike workout you got?
I'm gonna do 6 sets of. So I did this like test bike a couple weeks ago. It was like 4 minutes on, 1 minute off, 4 sets. And you're just trying to go basically like hold a challenging pace for the 4 minutes and stay consistent. So that my average pace after the whole thing is now my pace for my bike aerobic thing for the next couple of weeks moving forward. So it's 90 seconds at my pace and then 30 seconds at an increased pace. Doesn't specify, just faster. 6 sets of that with a 2-minute rest in between.
Lovely.
So yeah.
Do you like the cardio focused stuff?
I love cardio.
Yeah.
Yes, that's my favorite.
Yeah, me too. I'm with you. I don't love the barbells.
Yeah. You know what's the worst?
What?
barbell cycling.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you.
Yes.
DT is like my nightmare. It's the least favorite thing on planet Earth.
Oh, definitely.
I was gonna say, because like I feel like with that kind of specialty and like the little I've seen from you at the games and stuff this past year, it's like I think that more like being a games athlete now is kind of favoring people who have that cardio background. You know, like this year's games on the individual side was pretty strength intensive, but like even still, like there's just so much running. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So like having that as a strength and like seeing your performance in those kind of workouts, I feel like that's a good thing because it sets you up well for that individual competition.
Definitely. Yeah, it's a good thing I like running because there's a lot of it.
Yeah,
happening.
exactly.
And lots of wall walks now. Those
Yeah, that's
are
a
the
wild thing, man. I was Sam the other day. I saw him doing like 500 of them, and I was
Yeah.
like, "This is the dumbest." Like, it's a good movement, but it just sucks. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have the shoulder. Well,
I did. I was doing wall walks here the other day.
Yeah.
And I made a whole.
that was you?
Yes.
How'd you do that doing wall walks?
I don't know. I guess I don't know. I stepped.
Aggressive toes.
Yeah, apparently.
Interesting.
I know. I didn't even.
Good thing you didn't electrocute yourself. That's
I
pretty
know.
close to the
I know.
power socket there.
I need to keep my feet closer together. Or I didn't move these boxes because I didn't. I was being lazy.
Did gymnastics come pretty easy to you because you started
No.
so young? Really?
Gymnastic stuff.
I figured that would have came like so easy because you started the movement patterns when you were so young.
I think it was. I mean, I picked like I was able to do them somewhat quickly, but I think just because so many of the other teenage girls were gymnasts before,
Right.
they had it like
Right.
really good, and I wasn't.
Right.
So, oh, jeez, I wasn't like. Yeah, I just wasn't used to
Yeah, that makes sense.
the movements. So, but yeah, that's always a work in progress. I've been working on them a lot lately.
What
So-
specifically? What's your...
I'd say like chest to bar and bar muscle ups are the ones that need the most work. So yeah.
Assault bike, yuck. Not C2 bike?
No, I love
C2
that
bike's
thing.
way easier. Yeah, I know. I love it too.
I like that thing a lot better.
I agree.
But what can you do? My coach knows that if he wants to make me cry, make me do sprints on the assault bike.
Interesting.
I
Might see
know.
some tears today though.
No, you won't see tears.
Oh,
Don't
okay.
worry.
Okay. Don't think I know what to do. I'm very awkward. Like, you okay?
It's always yeah, not that I do that a lot, but it's I think it's an awkward situation for other people. 'Cause they're like, what do I do? And then if someone does say something, I'm like, I'm fine, don't worry.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they're like, why are you crying?
Are you a big warm-upper?
Not really, no.
Yeah.
I just kind of.
I was about to say the amount that you're able to stretch after like not doing anything, sitting in school. I'm like, that would take me 4 hours to be able to get that low in a split squat.
No, I mean, I have been doing more to warm up over the years just because like injury prevention.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't. Like if I was going to lift, I would warm up a lot more. But
I feel
now
like you're at a pretty prime age to not have to warm up.
yeah. They like I mean I have the crash pads, but I don't really use them because they're kind of a pain to like take the barbell off and then reset yourself. So my neighbors hear me dropping weights all the time. My sister's best friends with our neighbors here.
Oh, that's handy.
And yeah, so when she's in there, she's like, Emma, the whole house was shaking because you were dropping your stuff. I didn't even realize that it was that loud.
Means you're strong. It's a good thing.
Maybe I'm just throwing the 65-pound barbell to the ground.
What are your music choices that you say people judge you on?
Oh, I love Post Malone.
Oh yeah,
Post
Malone's the best.
I know,
Yeah.
but so many other people disagree.
Really? Motley Crue is a great song.
I know. I think I have that one on here. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
I thought you were about to say like something like really out there, like classical music or something.
no,
Post
no.
Malone's pretty normal.
Yeah, no.
Who's judging you on Post Malone?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I always just I'm like, I don't want people to know what kind of music I like.
All right.
But I love Post Malone.
So it's just this like a 3, 2, 1 go situation. You just
Yes.
all right.
I
Enjoy.
hesitate a lot before I start.
Life is what that you make it. I feel like a maze, I can't see a way out. I've been stacking face down off canvases I painted. I just spent the rain day on drip I can't afford, but that's the price I pay for the really make it. This life is so abrasive, so I almost gave in. All this that I'm laying, it's only the foundation. I've been going crazy, just trying to find a way. I was in the basement, trying to turn the page. I was going through the phase, nobody see my face. I was chasing that
Yeah.
Yeah, glad that's over.
Don't blame you.
It was
Is it-
good though.
Is it tough training here by yourself all the time?
It is, but I mean, I find it harder in the winter when I can't have the door open. But I mean, I've always like trained by myself like at least once a week. So like I do it quite a fair bit, and I mean, obviously I do have training partners and stuff that I love to train with, but I mean, if I had to train by myself, it's not, I don't mind it. I can have my own music, take my time.
Yeah, like a lot of athletes, I feel like sometimes prefer it too.
Yeah,
Is that
sometimes I do.
Yeah.
Some days. But yeah.
I feel like with this setup, it like even if there are times when it's harder to motivate yourself because you don't have someone to train with, the ease of just being able to walk out here, like literally from your doorstep to train instead of having to get your stuff, brush the snow off your car, drive to the gym, that whole thing, like
That's true.
it probably balances out a little bit,
That
right?
is true. I did find though sometimes it was almost harder to start training when I was here, like in COVID in the winter, just because I was inside watching Netflix.
Yeah,
And
right.
then I'm all cozy, and then
Right.
it's like I can just walk outside, but it's like, 10 more minutes.
Right.
5 more minutes.
Yeah, if you have a time, you have to be at the gym to
Right.
meet your training partners. Got it.
Right, yeah. So, but yeah, now that I have like school and homework, I have to be super efficient
Yeah.
in my training.
Yeah.
So that's not really an issue at the moment.
Like, it's wild because when people work a full-time job, it's like, sure, they're away for 8 hours like you
Yeah.
are when you go to school. But when they come home, they can, if they want to dedicate all their time to training, typically they can, unless they're
Yeah.
like a parent or something. But like, you can't. You literally have to like also do homework on top of it.
Yeah. That's why it's kind of inconvenient that like at lunch at school that we can't go inside to
Right.
the school because there's no Wi-Fi outside. It's not like I
Right.
have any data or anything. So like usually I would try to get as much homework as I could done at break, so I'd have less to do at night. But that's not really the case. I can't really do that now. So
Yeah.
it's all about just being time efficient and
That's so wild.
yeah. I'm also the world's slowest like thinker, so I take more time, so it is not convenient for my schedule. But
Dude, I didn't even do my homework in high school because of
Yeah.
my sports, but like they weren't like this level, you know, like it
Yeah.
was just like normal collegiate level sports. But like doing something like this at the level we were doing it at, like
Yeah.
I would skip all my homework if I was
know,
here. There's
I
no
know,
way
yeah.
I'd be like, how do you keep your focus on like still trying to like do good in school?
it's tough, especially because I try to do well in school
Yeah, of course, yeah.
also. So yeah, I used to before I would always like in grade 9 and 10 whatever, I would like be doing my homework and I'd just be sitting there and just get so overwhelmed
Yeah.
with everything, like I still have to do a super long training session, I still
Yeah.
have to do all this homework, and I still don't know how to do this yet, and it's like just so overwhelming. But
Yep.
like I've learned to like think about, like I can only control what I can like in the moment.
Yep. Mhm.
I just need to focus on what I'm doing in the moment, and I just find myself being more productive that way.
Yeah.
So
one thing at a time.
Yeah.
Don't look at the whole thing. Yeah. I mean, that's like
it's an easy thing to say, but it's like sometimes you don't think about it when you're stressed and overwhelmed.
totally.
So
But that's also just like life, and that's a lesson a lot of people learn when they're like my age. Like that's
Yeah.
like a in your 20s life lesson when you start working for the first time and whatever.
Yeah.
Is like that'll happen because you start having a bunch of things going on.
Yeah.
But you're facing that at like 16, 17 years old. So I feel like if you're learning how to deal with that now, it's like life is probably going to be a joke to you.
Yeah, well, it's definitely like a lot of things. CrossFit has taught me a lot. So not only is it a fun sport, but yeah, I think it'll do me good in the long run too.
Totally.
I'm usually not that hungry after, right after I work out. I'm not usually too hungry. So I'll probably eat like 10 minutes.
Are you a Whole Foods kind of person, or do you like having shakes and stuff? Like, I know some athletes like to get like, because if you're trying to eat a lot too, sometimes like liquid nutrition.
Yeah, I definitely, I think that helps me a lot. Get it, especially my carbs. I have a lot of carbs that I have to eat, so that
I like
helps.
liquid carbs for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I like a combo of both, depending on, like, if I feel like if I'm gonna eat something, if I'm super hungry and I have to go work out, I'll probably have like a shake or something, just because I feel like it's not as heavy in my stomach. But here you go.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Pumpkin chocolate chip.
Yes.
Are you a big fall like pump? Well, you don't drink coffee. Have you ever had a pumpkin spice latte before?
I have. Yes, I have heard.
Have you heard or have you had it though?
Did I? My coach was telling me about it last fall. No, I did. I had one. I've had one. I love the fall everything themed. We've got. Oh no, I thought this was fall just because it was orange, but I don't think it is. But I love like fall candles.
Yeah, it's the best time of year. Exactly, that's my thing too. You just start to be more okay with just chilling. You know?
Of course. Yeah, and I'm not like sweating 24/7.
Yeah, totally.
Yes.
What are you snacking on?
I'm gonna have go squeeze.
Nice. How many carbs are in those?
Oh shoot! I'll probably check my app.
Oh, it's okay.
Let me see. No, I will tell you. There is.
I'm gonna guess 15, based off the size.
16.
Oh wow! Look at that.
That was good.
That's years of macro counting for you.
Wow.
Yeah, just got it stored up there in the bank.
Yeah, I'm the worst. Someone will ask me like, "Oh, like how many grams of carbs are in this thing?" I'm like, I don't know. Even though I've been like eating them.
Well, I feel like if you're always inputting it, you don't need to know.
I don't really look.
There's no point.
Does it for me.
Yeah, I'm a guesstimator now. Like I did macros for a little while, but I mean, I didn't have the same goals as you in CrossFit, so like I'm just like I don't need to do this. This is too much work. So, but I can guesstimate. I think pretty good now.
Yeah. Like even at dinner, when we're eating, and like my mom, sister, and dad, they'll get their food, and I'm 20 minutes later finally finished all my measuring.
Yeah.
And they're done eating.
Yeah. You're like, Mom, can you actually separate all those ingredients for me, please?
Yeah. She does a really good job at like when she makes it, like inputting it into my thing, so that's like super helpful.
Yeah.
She does a lot with the food stuff, but even still it's like everything else that I eat. It's just and if you can't find the food in the app, that's annoying.
That would be.
Yeah.
I would imagine. This is a broad question, but like, what's it like being a teen athlete? You're the first teen that I've ever done on this show, or like even like teen athlete that I've ever hung out with. What's it like? Like, is it? I don't know what that question's supposed to mean, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Being a teen athlete, well, I think I have like, I really enjoy like obviously what I do. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. But I think like I really try to balance being a teenager and an athlete at the same time. So like going out with my friends, like I still like want that to happen, and I try to prioritize that stuff as well, because I think it's just as important. I'm only a teenager once, and
Totally. You've already had 2 years of your high school career cut out because of COVID.
Yeah. So I really just try to make the most of it. Obviously, I'm focused on like there will be sacrifices with CrossFit, but I just try to go with the flow.
Is it weird doing it now with like social media being such a big part of it? Because like I was a teen athlete my whole life, or like the whole time I was a teenager and through high school, but like I didn't get Instagram till like grade 12. You know what I mean? Like, is that a weird thing to manage because you're so much more public than like just you're not just an athlete now. Now you have like you're starting to have like brand responsibilities, and you're starting I don't know, you have a following and all this kind of stuff that like goes with being an athlete. Is that harder to manage being like a younger athlete?
It can be at times.
Because it's like added pressure, I guess. Or?
Yeah, part of that. But it's also super amazing that like that part of it can like be my job.
Yeah, totally.
So,
yep. Yeah, like instead of working at the grocery store.
Yeah, because I wouldn't have time to do that.
Clearly.
So yeah, it's nice to have that stuff. It's different too because it's not only like my sponsors or like just your average person seeing my Instagram. It's like the people that are at my school.
That's what I mean.
As well.
Yeah,
So
totally. Yeah.
it's like a little bit. I mean, I don't know their perspective on it. To me, it's like I'm doing this because it's not like I'm thinking, oh, this person's gonna see it and this person's gonna see it. But yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought about from like their perspective what they must think. Just
because it's like nowadays, like I'm assuming that like an online presence, like there's like a social currency. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure having a following, people are aware that you have a following. You know what I mean? Does that affect you at all? Is that weird? Is that, I don't know. Like specifically just like your high school friends, like is it, I don't know.
My friends, they are super supportive. They have, but I don't know. I guess you could say just like other people I'd see in the hallway. It's like, I don't know. It's not like a weird look. It's just like they kind of like see me and it's like I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
But
Well, since I started getting recognized in places and like at the games and meeting people who watch my content, like there's like a awesomeness to it, but there's also a weirdness to it because it's like they know me and immediately are like, hey Nate, blah, and they'll go into a full conversation. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. Who are you? Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I can't imagine having.
It can be weird sometimes. I've had someone come up to me at a competition one time. This was like before I had the following that I have now, even, and it's a little odd. They came up to me and was telling me everything about myself, and I was like, I don't know you.
Yeah,
and you know everything about me.
Totally.
So,
but like I can escape it because like if I'm not at a CrossFit event, it's fine. It's
Yeah.
like very rarely will I get recognized outside a CrossFit event, and I'm sure it's probably the same for you and other athletes. But like when you're at school, it's like you can't leave that. And those, like, I remember back in high school, like, you know who most people are, most people who know who you are, but there are also people who like see more of you than maybe you would show them if it was like, you know what I mean? Like the people who aren't your best friends, so they don't know all this about you, but they know all this about you because of what you have to show on social because it's kind of your job. You know, like it's what exactly like I run into if someone comes up and recognizes me and they know all this random stuff about me. They're like, but for me it's fine because like I said, it's just people on the internet, but for you it's like literally people you see every single day.
I mean, I guess I haven't had the full experience of maybe what it would be just because like with COVID, like I don't see as many people as I usually would just with everything, I guess. So I don't know. I mean, I do recognize some like people having somewhat like, I think mainly, I feel like not a lot of people know exactly like who I am or what I do. I feel like just because I have like a little bit of a presence sometimes that is what draws the attention.
Right.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fascinating, man. It's definitely like an added struggle probably to think, or like just like an added, like you got to figure it out.
Yeah.
What is this? This looks tasty.
Yes. I have toast in the toaster. Right now I'm having this granola. Chocolate granola.
Greek yogurt protein granola.
Yeah, it's really good.
Fancy.
And yogurt and blueberry.
Dairy and gluten don't bother you?
No.
I feel like a lot of athletes are all anti. I love dairy and gluten.
Oh,
but
same. I love ice cream.
Yeah, I'm a big ice cream guy.
Same. That's my go-to.
Oh yeah. Are you like super strict, or do you have like cheat days, or how do you manage that? Do you just eat what you want when you want kind of thing?
Yeah, I just eat what fits in my macros.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I feel like when you're exercising this much, especially when you're like younger and you're still probably growing on some level.
Yeah.
It doesn't really.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, I like. My mom will occasionally buy donuts too.
Oh yeah.
Nice little treat.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
delicious. Is this just like typical intro? Did you eat kind of the same thing every day, or is it like you try to vary it a little bit?
Well, I think like my breakfast is the same every day, and usually my lunch is the same. I'll have similar snacky things. But yeah, I do like to switch it up just so I don't get too tired of the same foods all the time.
If you had to pick your favorite like absolute junk meal, like fast food type thing, what is it? Is it like pizza, McDonald's? What's your go-to? Chinese food?
I actually haven't really had all that much fast food. I love...
Yeah, probably because you started doing CrossFit when you were like 7, so you're just like eating chicken, broccoli, and rice your whole life.
Well, I do love pizza. We
pizza's
actually,
great.
as like, I don't know, it's been like our family thing for as long as I can remember. Every single Friday we have pizza for dinner.
Pizza Friday?
Yeah.
I did Pizza Friday for a long time.
Yeah.
I think your dad actually messaged me about it. He's a smoked pizza though. What is a smoked pizza?
My dad's been obsessed. He got a smoker.
Oh yeah, that's a dad thing right there.
Oh yeah. He spends, especially in the fall, that's like his Sunday thing.
Yeah. Just smokes meat and watches football.
Yeah.
Couldn't be any more dad.
Yeah, so that's what he does. I don't know, I'm not a huge fast food person though. I think if I were to go, like if I were to go eat something not healthy, it would be like ice cream.
Yeah, ice cream and pizza. Solid combo.
Yeah.
Classic combo.
Oh, of course. And the McFlurries are my favorite, and they fit so well in the macros.
What do you mean they fit well?
I don't know.
How do they
Just
fit
every
well?
time I have one, it just makes it tops my macros off like perfectly.
There you go. They got a little bit of protein in there for you?
I actually don't know. I didn't check.
Yum.
Hey. How are you?
Tired.
Yeah. It's Josh.
Oh, what's up, dude? How you doing?
buddy.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Sorry to just throw a camera in
No,
your face,
it's all
but it's
good.
kind of how I roll.
That's what Pete said. He said you got out of the car and he didn't know you had the camera on you, and he's like, "Oh, I had no idea."
Yeah.
I came home from school. We had a spirit day, and I was like wearing blue necklaces. And
Day in the life, right?
Day in life,
Yes.
exactly. So you're a coach?
I am her coach. Yes.
I hear you like we're just like told her to do CrossFit and she just listened to you and now she's the fittest teen on earth.
She like she was doing it at the gym with her family, and then she did the Open. Was it 2018? Like you were too young to do it, but she
Yeah,
did
yeah.
it and like did well. I was like, oh,
What like
you should stop dancing and do this.
yeah, that was the first time you were like
Yeah, that was the first time, and then that was the exact comment I made, and I don't think her mom was super impressed by that. But hey, the rest is history, and it's been obviously a really good 3 years now. Three years.
Yeah.
Were you working at a gym before?
No, so I was just training and trying to compete, but couldn't quite cut it. But yeah, no, I have a full-time job outside of the coaching.
What do you do?
stuff. I work for a IT company. So,
Oh, yeah, cool. Interesting.
yeah.
Is this like a passion project or is this something that you'd love to do like full time one day? Like would you ever
Both.
go get your like L1, L2 and
So
like,
I had my L1. Yeah, I had my L1 for 5-6 years. It's expired now, but yeah, like I really do enjoy like working with Emma, and then I don't know if you guys talked about Jack at all, but like her training partner. So I coach him as well, and yeah, it's different. Like coaching the classes and stuff at a box was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of enjoyment with that. But now, kind of taking it to working one-on-one with the elite athletes is really cool. So
do you do her programming too?
yeah, I do her programming and everything.
Did you just start that when you started coaching her?
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
her programming and her homework when she doesn't know how to do math. So, life coach.
What was your background in like writing like programming, strength and conditioning?
So I grew up playing competitive hockey. Went to the University of Waterloo for health sciences, so I had some exercise science stuff done there. Yeah, and just kind of learned as I go. It's just a constant kind of learning thing, seeing what works and what doesn't. And, we've been fortunate that so far things have worked out pretty well. So
Yeah, I'd say.
we're kind of keeping that train rolling, and yeah, things are going good. So
What are you doing right now?
in terms of training,
No, like this session.
so what do we got today? You did your bike already?
I did, yes.
Yeah. So kind of the first block of training for the year, we're just working on building up that aerobic base. And some raw strength right now. So we got you got an EMOM, clean and jerk,
snatch, front squat, and then we got some pulls, and then just kind of an interval-based Metcon. Yeah. So. Well.
What do you do when you coach her? Like, are you like?
Sometimes I'll try to do it with her. But yeah, usually I'm just kind of watching and observing, and if there's anything I can kind of critique, I'll kind of give her the advice that I think is going to help her out. A lot of it now has become more like mental coaching.
Yeah.
And kind of strategizing workouts, because the skill and the strength and everything is there. It's just a matter of bringing it out at the right time and making sure that she's mentally kind of prepared.
That's cool. It becomes like more of a sport at that point almost, when it's not just like the physical limitations holding you back, but you're actually like, you're trying to plan. It's like any other sport where there's actually strategy that comes in, and it's not just like, hey, let's see if I can actually do this.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the big things that we've like really worked on probably the past year and a half. Like after the first year at the games, and then obviously with COVID, we couldn't go back in 2020. But this year, like I couldn't go to the games because my wife and I were expecting our first child, so it was all like remote, and there was obviously some concern that like Emma being able to navigate the ways on her own kind of, but we did everything remote, and she did a great job, and that mental kind of aspect of the sport is definitely improving a lot, which is good. And we'll have to continue to improve as well if she tries to make the move into the adult ranks.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Came 9th at Atlas Games this past year. I'm like, dude, good chance she qualifies this year.
She did really, really well. I think if it wasn't for that first workout, she probably would have cracked in, right? Like
that's so wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're just like super excited and to get going. It was kind of like the first. It wasn't really like in person, but there was 2 other athletes at the gym that were doing it that she trains at. So she just kind of went out a little hot, and those thrusters and pull-ups really got her. So, but she came back and I think was top 10 in the rest of the workouts with the second and stuff. So,
is there any part of you that like as a coach pulls like the NCAA to pro thing, where it's like you want to hold her back for like one more year for the experience in teen? Like, do you feel like there's like value in that, or if she qualifies, will you be like, yeah, go individual?
No, I think so. If she would have qualified this year, I think it would have been a tougher discussion with her parents and stuff to kind of figure, okay, like, hey, is this the right decision? Obviously, she would have been the youngest one there. It would have been like obviously very, very cool. But I think this year, like if it happens, like we're going 100% the adult division.
Well, it's nice because it's not like you have to worry about like other like NCAA athletes. I feel like it just changed this year, but like where because like if that was the case though, she wouldn't be able to work with brands right now or even accept prize money. But like because CrossFit's like this weird other sport, and we're in Canada, and you're not competing on like an actual collegiate team. You can kind of just go pro without like it's not a decision really. You know what I mean? Like
like really is no more like amateur kind of
to pro
status.
whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Which is nice. When I was growing up like with hockey and stuff, that was always kind of
same with me. Yeah. I remember that.
What do you do, right? Like, do you try to make a push to the OHL or like major junior, but then you kind of start that clock down south.
Exactly.
But it's nice now that they're not doing that, and the collegiate athletes can actually start getting some sponsorship because school's not cheap. A lot of them get some financial support, but not all of them get a full ride. So if they can make some money down there with sponsors, that's awesome.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, fitness time.
Fitness time.
Nice lawn makes it.
I was about to say, were you just cutting grass too?
I'll get out of here now.
Freshly cut grass.
You're just like the ultimate dad. You got like the boat and the truck and the lawn cutting and the pizza oven. She told me about your smoker addiction.
Oh, you gonna stay for pizza later?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I just heard that there was a smoker that you fell in love with recently.
I did mention that.
They're pretty good. I'll cook one up for you. You can have it.
All right. It's great for audio.
Yeah.
Are you a write it up on the whiteboard always kind of person?
Yeah.
You like to see it like in front of your face?
Yeah.
I like your shoe collection.
Thank you.
That's quite the alignment of shoes you got going on there.
It's definitely built up over the years.
And you've changed your pairs.
I did,
just
yes.
Inspiration?
I don't like wearing lifters.
Okay.
But I like these better for lifting.
Gotcha.
I just feel like they're more stable on the ground.
You got your assault bike shoes and your lifting shoes?
Yeah.
Is that little pink volleyball looking thing?
The pink ball?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's my mom.
Oh, okay.
I
saw you pulling that out. I was like, what are you doing with that?
I don't know.
Very strange. What's the band for? Glute activation?
Yes.
Do you warm up more when your coach is here because you feel like you have to?
This is programmed, so I have to do it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And because he's here, you have to do it?
Yes.
So you get mad at you if you don't warm up?
Pretty good. Just pretty good at that
I'm getting
stuff.
better. I'm getting better.
Yeah, like the first probably year or so, like I was like, rush through it and get to the
Yeah.
fun stuff. But I think she's starting to learn the importance of
See the value of it a bit more?
and
Yeah.
like recovery and stuff, and like doing the stretching, and just like whatever you can. Just 'cause it is such a grind on the body for sure.
Totally.
I've had like little tweaks here and there that are just annoying things that could have been prevented if I
Yeah.
had have taken the little bit of extra time to warm up properly.
Yeah, understandable. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a quick break from the episode to bring you a message from our presenting sponsor, my homies over at Gorila Fitness. As you guys know, an equipment manufacturer right here in Canada, bringing high quality, affordable price equipment to you. If you have needs for your home gym, for your affiliate, whatever it is, they want to work with you. They want to support the community. They reach out into the community time and time again. They're great people, helping great people. They want to bring you guys the best equipment possible. Gorila Fitness was created to provide Canadians with the fitness equipment they deserve. Too many companies with good prices rely on high margins or low quality products that don't often last longer than a year. Gorila constantly strives to build the best equipment ever made. The best product, in our opinion, is functional, durable, locally made, and has a limited ecological impact, which is a focus of theirs moving forward to help with implementing solutions to the environmental crisis. These guys are not only here to bring you some of the best fitness equipment in the world, but they want to do so in a sustainable fashion that still brings you guys the highest quality products, but also all while doing so at an affordable price. You literally couldn't ask for more from an equipment manufacturer. They are supporting me and the channel, being able to help bring this content to your faces. So if you guys want to check them out, I highly recommend it. Limited time, you already know, Nate10 is the code linked in the description. You can snag up anything from their site-wide, 10% off for an equipment company, outfitting your home gym. That can be some serious savings. So be sure, jump on that opportunity before it's too late. Whatever you need for your fitness, home gym, even they have clothes, they got a whole thing. They got everything. Check it out, link in the description, browse their catalog. They're gonna hook you up. Thank you so much to Gorila for sponsoring and being just a great part of this community. All right, let's roll back into the episode.
I feel better than I thought.
Yeah, for someone who doesn't like lifting, you're awful good at it.
I did something like for 2 weeks, a couple of weeks ago. So I've just been getting back into it, but no pain today, so that's good news.
Yeah, that looks super solid.
Thanks.
I feel like you must be one of the stronger athletes in the field.
Not really.
Really?
Well,
How competitive is that teenage division? Holy crap.
yeah, they're very strong. Very strong.
Yeah,
Their squats are really strong.
right.
It helps when you're short.
Yeah. Because like those aren't like, that's not like too far off what I've seen like individual women
Yeah.
do for like something similar, you know, like a 10-minute EMOM, those numbers are not far off. You know, like a lot of individual women struggle to even hit like a 175 snatch as a max. It's like if you look at Granite Games and stuff, like I think the median number was less than 175. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Giving yourself enough credit.
Well.
Yeah. It's pretty strong.
So obviously you can't replicate the environment at the games and stuff, but
Right.
you guys snatched at the end of the first day. Like you had a lot of work that first day.
Yeah.
What was the winning weight? 197 for your age group. You hit
Yeah.
192. Like
You snatched 192?
I did. Yeah.
Holy
That
crap.
was a good PR. Yeah.
That's
my
insane.
max before that was 185. So.
I remember like when like Camille and Michelle and all them, like 200 was the, like you'd win the workout immediately. Like no girl could snatch 200. And even still, like over 200 is like an impressive number.
Emma Carey snatched at her semifinal. She snatched 200, and it was like a beautiful snatch.
That's so wild.
Yeah, it was very nice. It was that's awesome.
very
Wow.
strong. Give yourself credit. Like, what's your top clean and jerk? You hit 230.
235 is the most I've ever done. 240, 240 or 245.
Wow.
Right there.
Yeah.
Really young, 16.
Yeah.
Now you got the less fun stuff though. 6 rep max front squat. That doesn't sound fun.
Yeah. That'll. I can't remember what I did. I think last week I did 8.
Last week we're 8.
Yes.
Do you,
Yeah, we call it a 6 RM, but it's just based on feel for the day. So we're not going like a true 6 rep max. Want to move well, move fast.
do you prefer weightlifting in volume or in like singles? Like less reps, heavier, or more reps, lighter?
Probably less reps.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I like to. I mean, I don't like weightlifting. We already talked about that, but I would prefer to do like a 10-minute EMOM of singles than
Yeah.
like
Me too.
6 reps multiple times.
Yeah, I agree with
Do for
that.
that link up in person. Text me the fault that was murder, she wrote it. Still up with courage, you're doing a service. Pull up to the crib, I'm equipped with the brush strokes. Cutthroat from the low, where no love goes. Women buddy like it's been that. When me looking at the bill stack. Off the bubbly buddy, I've been stressed out. Let the smoke scream from my chest out. Laced up, I really hate love from a stranger. Shit is fake stuff, only need it from you. Yeah.
What was it like winning the games this year?
That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, did you expect it going into this year?
Well, I've been doing everything I could in my training to do as well as I could. And it definitely paid off.
Yeah,
So.
totally. Was it
Yeah.
a shock though, like going through the weekend and being like, holy crap?
Well, I think just being in that environment, like I hadn't been in a competition setting like that in so long, so it was definitely like just crazy. Like I think about like obviously winning is my end goal, but to actually be there and to be doing well there, it was a great feeling.
Yeah,
so.
totally. Did it like, was it like a reinvigoration, would you say? Like, especially with everything else having probably just gone on with COVID and how much harder it probably was mentally for training with like the school thing and not having your normal life. Like, was it like a massive like motivator for you after that happened?
Definitely, yeah. So now I just want to keep training and keep getting better. So.
Yeah.
Crash land in the palm of my hand. Bad little flex wanna play by the coast. Carry the torch, I'm way up, it's litty wherever we flow. I came from the cold, used to rest on the floor. I stitch up my wounds, was born a soldier. Flipping the struggle, I'm taking it worldwide. Hold it down when you talk to me. Say it is what it's supposed to be. Say it loud, but I mean it too, yeah. Talk that good when you talk to me. Say it nice and I give it to you. You know my word is bond, yeah. What we on now is wild shit trip. Life is lit, take a breath, yeah. That's it. Now it's wild shit a trip. Life is.
What's this back on?
It is an interval type thing. 2 minutes on, 1 minute off, 4 sets. The last set's 3 minutes long. 14 cal row, 20 heavy wall balls, and then. Sorry, oh my gosh, I can't read. 12.
That's a lot
Heavy wall
nicer.
balls. Not 20. That would take me the whole 2 minutes. And then max burpee box jump movers in
Lovely.
remaining time.
How do
Yeah,
you feel about that?
I love burpee box jump movers.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
like-
it's a very hit or miss workout for some people, whether you like it or not.
I like this one.
I honestly probably would give you the award for the best music. This is pretty solid, man.
Thanks.
I can't believe your self-conscious music choices. This is like the best jams ever. Did you make this whole playlist?
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could
did.
hear let them hear some of it. They can't hear any because I'll get copyrighted. But
Right, yeah.
it's very good.
Yeah, Wit asked me to make a playlist, like, to add to their Wit Spotify thing. So that's what I'll be doing this weekend.
There you go. How cool is it that Brooke got her face on like the workout play, like the official work?
That was really cool.
That was neat, right?
Yeah.
It's cool to see like that kind of stuff happening in like our space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like bigger brands coming in and like bigger like players in just like the global space. Like
definitely.
Spotify taking notice. Like that's cool.
Yeah. I really like hearing hearing other people's playlists too, seeing what they like to listen to. It's
Yeah,
cool,
totally.
so.
What's the one thing you won't listen to when you work out?
I don't know. I
feel like
it depends on my mood.
Yeah, I feel like I can't do EDM because it stresses me out. It like gets my heart rate too high.
I don't like that. Like, I agree.
You know what I mean? It's just like already gonna go up to 200 beats a minute anyways. I don't need music to help me get there.
Yeah, I agree. I like songs with words.
Yeah, that's a good way to put
that
it.
I can sing. That was kind of fun. I like that.
I could see how that'd be fun. The push at the end, that last, leaving that unknown. So why CrossFit?
Pardon?
Why CrossFit? Why do you choose to compete in this of all things? Other than the fact that you're obviously really good at it.
I guess I just like the diversity of it all. Lots of different things. And also the fact that I'm not the most athletic person outside of working out.
Well, I think that's just because you chose to put your time into this.
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like you're pretty naturally athletic if you're this fit. You probably could have developed that stuff, but...
Could have, maybe, yeah.
Do you envy, like, your friends who are just basketball... Well, not just basketball players, but are basketball players, and, like, I make this comparison all the time where it's like there's nothing in CrossFit. Everything's working out. Your practice is literally working out, which is arguably the hardest part of everyone else's sports. This part that your friends are probably like, oh, I have to go to dry land tonight, or I have to go to, you know what I mean? Whereas that's your everything. Like, is there ever part of you that sees them and is like, man, I wish I was just doing that? Because like sometimes you just get to work in your free throws and it's like it doesn't hurt and it's just, you know, easy.
Yeah, maybe sometimes. I mean, I do love the part in CrossFit where like it's not easy and that like not everybody can necessarily do it if they don't dedicate all the time and everything to it. Like CrossFit is like a lifestyle.
Totally.
Like it's not just the training.
It's all consuming.
Like, yeah, the nutrition, sleep, everything, recovery. So, I mean, all sports are too, but yeah, I definitely love this part of it. The only thing that I would say, like if I was just doing like another sport would be like, say my friends, for example, like basketball, is that they have like a whole team of people that are, maybe it's fun to do things with people that are all like in the same age, you know, you make friends that way. Not that I don't, like I've made so many friends through this, and I do have amazing training partners, so but I guess just sometimes the team aspect.
I get it, yeah. And it's like one of those things where it's like the cliche question of like, oh, is it like it's a Friday night and all your friends out doing stuff and you're here working out? But it's like, like most of your friends are athletes, so they're probably training too. But it's different because like they're all maybe on the same team together. So even if they're at practice, they're still hanging out. Yeah. You know what I mean? Whereas you kind of have to come off on your own basically and do your own thing. Like it's an added. It makes it hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. yeah, I'm not like a huge, I do like to be out, but like parties are fun, but like that's not really my jam usually.
Yeah, but I think you do a good job balancing.
Yeah, I do
being
try
a
to.
teenager.
But it's not like I want to be doing that all the time.
Right.
So it's nice to have it as like a treat.
The balance sort of suits you a little bit.
Yeah.
You excited for pizza now?
Yes. I'm pumped.
This is quite the neighborhood.
Oh, I know.
It's like
lots
so
of
sunny,
action.
so beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice that like there's no houses across the street
Yeah,
too.
totally. This feels like a pretty idyllic place to grow up.
Oh, it's great. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Very
and
family centered.
the community is like anyone I see go by, I'm like, oh, like they go to my school or
Yeah.
I know who they are. It's like I just know a lot of people in the area.
I grew up in a town like that too. It's like awesome.
Yeah.
And then
it is.
having this too is like everything's just right
it's
here.
great. Yeah. The avocado hummus.
Yes, it is the avocado hummus.
Is that your specialty? Or is that?
It's
Grandma's.
new.
Yeah, we just thought we'd give it a try. And Grandma's recommendation. So we'll see how it goes.
This is quite the spread. Is this a common Friday night theme here?
Yes. This is always
Nice.
the Friday night.
Friday night pizza
Yep.
with salad or veggies, yes.
Yeah.
What's it like having the fittest teen on earth as a daughter?
It's funny. Fittest teen on earth, she's my daughter first. So
Yeah.
she's still a 16-year-old.
I feel like that's like the classic mom response to like an overachieving kid is like, still my daughter first.
Yeah, honestly, we love it. We love it because it's just, we've met so many cool people through CrossFit, and we've met so many cool people through her competitions and through her sponsors, her manager, all that kind of good stuff. So I would say just all the cool people we've met as a community, that's been the coolest thing. And seeing what she loves to do and doing really well is also a great thing. So
What's the hardest part?
the hardest part, I would say, as a mom, is balancing, seeing her sort of balance and manage life and school and her sponsorship commitments and training. And I would say that would probably be the hardest thing because she's doing a great job and she's come so far. But I would say just to have her kind of live a balanced life and wanting that for her as well, on top of all of her commitments, is it can be challenging. It can be challenging.
Like
for
I feel
sure.
like it must be tough to have like a kid who's literally the best in the world at what they do, to not have them go all in at that. Like we were talking about that earlier, and I'm like, oh, you planning to go to university and blah blah blah. Like I feel like it would be hard as a parent to not, because you obviously want to see them succeed in the thing that they're currently loving, but you also have the understanding that like life is long and there's like lots of aspects to it.
Sure.
But like it must be tough, you know what I mean, to not just like momager and push all your chips in that basket, and you know what I mean.
I mean, and I think probably the other thing for me is not getting all caught up in what everybody else is doing, and just have her just truly love what she does and not be worrying about other people or what they're doing. Just do your thing, be happy, continue to train, and then we'll do what we can to support. That's kind of how it is. But yeah, I would say just balancing it all out right now is it's evolving.
Yeah.
It's ever evolving.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you're doing, it's working clearly. So
Thank you. We're having fun. We're having a lot of fun, and the fact that it's fitness and we love it too.
yeah,
That's also very cool.
this is your typical Friday night.
Yeah.
This is a dream come true.
Yep, it is. I'm just.
Are you
this is
macaroning out your pizza?
I am. Yes. This is the. Mom. Oh. This is the most painful part.
I was about to say,
Oh yes.
do you ever just wing it?
Sometimes.
If you're really tired,
Yeah, if I'm really tired.
what's your go-to? There's a lot of options here.
I know. For pizza?
Yeah.
I like.
Guess I'm about to find out.
Yeah, actually, I started switching it up a little bit.
You're not gonna go for the Hello Kitty plate?
Not quite. We have really. These plates are ancient.
Eclectic.
Yes. I started. I might do like half. I've been doing. Last time I did this, I did like half pesto.
Oh, yeah, you can see that. Nice.
Yes. I'm gonna do that again. Half pesto and half tomato sauce. This side I make like It's almost like a flatbread,
Yeah. Oh, okay.
you know?
I hear you. A lot of macros and tomato sauce.
Not really, actually.
That was a joke.
Oh. Oh, that's another thing I do. When I'm measuring, I get my hands filthy, and then I'm tapping on my screen.
Yeah,
It gets
I hear that.
disgusting.
It's like when it gets all chalky.
Yes, I was just gonna say, I do that. See the handprints?
Yep. It's a nightmare when you get a new phone because you're trying to keep it so clean, and then you.
Yeah, that doesn't last me
No.
very long.
It's a very artistic looking pizza.
Thank you.
Only 2 toppings in. I can't wait to see what it looks like when you're done.
I know. I'm trying to figure out what I want to put on next. This olive scooper is convenient.
I was gonna say. Why cheese on only half of it?
Oh, I'm gonna put another kind of cheese on.
Oh, wow.
half.
So you're basically making 2 pizzas here.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I like your style. Is there
Yes.
anyone on the individual side that you like really look up to?
A lot of them I do.
Like who's like super inspired you?
Sarah, Sigmund's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. She, even just like I got the opportunity to meet her at the games.
Yep.
Which was so awesome. She's the most genuine person
Yeah.
you'll ever meet.
Super nice.
Yeah, she's so like humble and just like super nice to
Mm-hmm.
everybody, and I just love her attitude as well, and just like her positive mindset. Like even though like she got injured and kind of set her back there, like I just love like her mindset and just her positivity. So that's
Yeah.
definitely something.
I feel like it's cool because I feel like your like you always heard like Katrin and Annie and Sarah and all them talking about inspiring like young girls to get into it, whatever. And you're kind of that young girl, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like you're
yeah.
like kind of that first generation that like you were just getting into CrossFit at like 10 years old when Annie had already won the games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you kind of were the one that came from that.
Yeah.
Which is
yeah.
cool. Was it like motivating to have those kind of like role models to like look up to?
Oh, totally. Yeah. And just it's even really cool too to just see like how they've grown over the years as well. But I definitely like it's cool because I would always just totally like you see them and it's like holy crap, like they're amazing, and like how is it even possible to be that good at something? So it's just really cool to see that. Yeah, just see how, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I get it. I think it's also super cool too, like growing up as especially like a young girl in sport is like CrossFit's one of those sports that is like completely equal opportunity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you can look up and you see the girls getting the same amount of TV time, having the same prize purse, having that, you know, because that's like something that I've always sympathized with a lot of my like female friends growing up who played hockey or basketball is like
Yeah.
it's tough to see yourself on the big stage
Oh,
and to be
totally.
motivated to like dedicate your life to something you love.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you know, like the WHL, it just doesn't get the same type of publicity that the NHL does. But like I feel like coming up in CrossFit, it must be motivating to see those girls succeeding on that level
Oh,
and
of
being
course.
on that stage, you know, the
Yeah.
same stage as guys or whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter,
Yeah.
you know?
It's also like cool to see too, like for example, even like Sarah Sigmund's daughter again, like she went back to school, so to just see
Yeah.
that she like is balancing both. Even like Pat Vellner, like
Yep.
he went back to school, still did super well. So it's nice to see like those top athletes who they do amazing every year, and see that like they are doing other things as well, which is nice to see, because I know like I said earlier, I do want to go to university, but it's like you don't really hear the CrossFit stories a lot of the time. I mean, you do see the background stuff, but it's cool to see that, like it's cool to see other things that people are doing as well. So
Totally. At the final product?
this is the final product.
Nice. What are the macros on it?
50 fat. Nope. Yep. 27 protein and 44 carbs.
Nice.
Yes.
Do you get
And, oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm gonna add every single night. I always have chocolate almond milk.
Oh,
because
nice.
that is my absolute favorite dinner drink.
Nice. Love it.
It's so good. I would argue that it is better than normal chocolate milk.
All right.
I would choose that stuff over
Can't
it.
say I've ever experienced it, but I have experienced a lot of normal chocolate milk. So.
Yeah. Oh, chocolate almond milk. It's thicker and like smooth.
Yeah, fair. Do you get most of your food in at night then? Because you can't really eat as much during the day with school and stuff?
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I eat most at night.
You do this and then you have, what else do you have after this?
I have about like 500 calories left, so.
Oh, that's not too crazy.
Yeah, but I have like a decent amount of carbs left, so if I have lots of carbs, I'll usually like eat oatmeal or something like
Lucky
that.
Charms.
I've only had that stuff like once, I think.
That stuff.
I do love, sorry.
You're so fit. That stuff, that peasant food.
I do love Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, yeah.
Those are my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. Clutch.
Yeah, I tried this new kind of them. They were called like Oat Crunch, I think. It's like oats with the Honey Nut Cheerios, but they were like more sugary, so obviously it's better. It tastes better. Some veggies too.
Love how you just put it in a mason jar.
I know.
Just get the measuring and the drinking all at once.
Yeah, no one else uses them in my house.
No,
so
makes
why
sense.
not?
Well, they have to go through a screen. So
Wherever you want.
she did the wine today and drew it.
Is this your smoker?
That's the smoker.
Oh, pride and joy. Oh, and you got a TV out here too? Holy moly, look at this place.
I can see that.
Yum. Is this the most flavorful meal you eat in the week?
I don't know. Mom makes a lot of flavorful meals.
I feel like that's one of the sacrifices of being a CrossFitter is most of the meals can tend to be. But if you're not, if your mom's actually cooking for you, that might be.
My mom cooks a lot.
I just
for
got
me.
the chicken and rice and it's like, gets bland.
Yeah, no, my foods are not very plain.
What's a typical dinner?
That
Jack
varies. Oh yeah, Jack he had a bowl that he ate one time and everyone loved it. So now we always make it. It's like rice and like beef and
Spinach,
salsa on top. It's so good.
Minced tomato.
minced tomato
Yeah.
on like rice.
It's
or
a
something.
famous meal in our house.
Yeah. I feel like that's the tough thing is like when you're trying to eat for purpose to like be able to eat enough with something fancy. Like it's easy to get 100 grams of carbs from rice if you just stuff a bunch of rice in a bowl, throw chicken on it and put a sauce on it. But like if you're trying to like make something fancy, it's hard to eat enough of it because maybe it's too rich or whatever, you know?
So, I mean, and I don't eat meat, so I also try and kind of incorporate a lot of meatless, but high protein foods into our. So I actually I love to cook and I love to try
Great.
new things, and so.
And she's very good at it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, if this pizza's any indication, you can at least put ingredients together well.
This is on Dad.
Yeah.
Pizza's on Dad.
It's a team effort, right?
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Very good.
Yeah.
Some stuff.
I was going to say, walk me through what's the rest of the evening look like for you? What's like a wind down?
I'm going to do my stretching. And then
Do you stretch every night?
I try to. Sometimes in the middle of the week, it gets busy with school and training. I should make it a priority. I do, for the most part. But yeah, I try to as often as I can. And then I'll probably, in a while, eat some more food and then possibly hot tub. We'll see. We'll see.
Nice. That's a good recovery tool.
Yeah. And then get to bed at a decent time.
Does anything change for you on the weekends or anything like that? Like, will you like stay up later, sleep in longer kind of thing?
Yeah. Usually Saturday nights are my one night a week where I can not be rushing to get to bed by an early time.
Totally.
Just knowing I can sleep in the next day. So.
What would you say are like your goals? I asked Sam this in the last episode and it was a fun question. What's like a goal you have?
A goal?
In the sport? Like what's something like you see yourself wanting? Like you've already achieved pretty much all you can achieve in the teen division. But like do you have anything right now that's in your mind that you're like working towards longer term?
I would really like to be able to qualify like while still being a teenager in the elite division. I think that'd be really cool. And like Mal and Emma Carey like showed that it's possible. So yeah, I think that'd be a really cool goal.
Mhm.
And just like, even just a personal goal, just like working on my mental strength.
Yeah.
I lost the word there. Yeah, just working on that. There's always room for improvement there. So
Yeah, totally cool. Oh boy! I feel like these car outros are the move. I don't know. I've been loving these recently. Comment down below. Maybe the lighting should be. Anyway, all right, whatever. Lighting's bad. That was amazing. That was awesome. That is like, honestly, that was probably one of my favorite episodes of this series today. Like, they're such nice people, such a nice family. Emma is such an incredible athlete. Like, what she's doing, well balancing school and just being a teenager and growing up and homework and all this stuff on top of it. Like, it sounds so, I don't know, you've heard it before, you know what I mean, but actually seeing it in real life, like, it's crazy. She has that level of work and dedication at such a young age. It's super impressive. She's gonna be able to go conquer the world and do whatever she wants. Like, it's amazing. It's super inspiring. I think you guys hopefully get some from that as well. Like, I mean, I wanted to tell the story because I thought it was super different, it was super unique, and it has a really cool angle to it. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to go check out Emma. Go show her some love, support her. I'll link her down below. Cheer for her this year. She's gonna make it individual and absolutely kill it. That's super exciting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Scroll down, hit that subscribe button, go show some love. Presenting sponsor of today's episode, my homies over at Gorila Fitness, making this whole trip happen. Without them, I definitely wouldn't be able to come here and do all this. So be sure, guys, check them out. Link down below. All of your fitness equipment needs. Super great people manufacturing super great high quality products right here in Canada. Everything you need to set up that home gym, expand your affiliate, whatever it is, get a squat rack for your bedroom. You need it, they got it. Link down below, and you can use my code NATE10 for 10% off. Save yourself some serious dollars. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for just everything. I love making this series. I love being able to bring this content in your face. I can't believe this is my job. That was a super fun day. And yeah, I'm just chuffed. I'm just chuffed. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy, fam. Good. I'm like the dude from Batman here, half lit. Ha.